in for it. So I see the thing keep glitching or whatever. So y'all want to bear with me. Before you start your day, I hope you exercise gratitude. I hope that you exercise gratitude. 5 things to be thankful for, regardless, and multiply it throughout the day. Period, point blank. All this extra irritation that you guys have, think about it. If you're looking at me, if you have sight right now, that's a blessing. Motor functioning working, that's a blessing. You ever to breathe, that's a blessing. You ever go to the bathroom, that's a blessing. You better walk. You still got your legs? You still got your legs? Okay. Reflect. You still got a car out there? Still got a job? Still got a means? All the things is what we forget so much about. A children's hospital humble you a lot. A hospice humble you so much. You hang out in the ER room a few hours at a time. You will see, you don't have to necessarily do it. You can check the stats. A lot of people that's in your condition that have your life are in a worse situation than you, and you still grumpy. And you still irritated. We're not doing that. So I ain't finna stay on that too long. So I want to talk to men about, we have to understand how to be a lion and a lamb. It's so much. Why I'm bringing this up is because I was training a guy earlier, and it was a kid. So his father was, when he noticed he wasn't getting it together, he's stressing that, man, you need to toughen up, and you need to get this together. So I breathed on him. I walked right up to his dad. I said, big bro, all the stuff that you yelling, you think it's encouraging? Did it work for you? He stopped and he reflected. He sat down. I explained to him, let me do what I do. Because we have this thing when our boys, nephews, sons, little cousins, whoever, people that we're training, when they're not moving at a certain magnitude, we confuse the fact that they're learning with them failing. And that's confusing. That's discouraging. When you raise your voice, you make them think that they're inferior to growth. I raise my voice, but I raise it in an encouraging fashion. Instead of me condemning them by saying, man, you can't do nothing right. You ain't gonna make it in nowhere in life. You know what I tell them? Come on, you got to just keep pushing. We right there. See how that sound? See how that sound? It hit a little bit different. We have a tendency of don't know how to process our emotions. See, we be emotionally incarcerated, and we wonder why we don't have no freedom. We in these relationships that we're in, we quick to tell somebody that pissed me off. How about you tell your spouse, your wife, your girlfriend? It's kind of offensive that you don't trust me, or it seems as though you don't understand my leadership, and I've been doing good this far. Because now it's a different type of conversation. A lot of you guys confuse communicating from an emotional standpoint, applying empathy, applying compassion, with being weak. It's not being weak, it's being human. Your kids, your niece, your nephew, your sister, your mom, is going to need that. Because there's going to come a time where your mom or elderly in your family is going to need some type of nurturing. I've been there. I definitely been there. I have people in my circle been there where they had to tend to their mom that had dementia. They had to tend to their mom that had Parkinson's, tend to their mom that was in a wheelchair for the rest of her life. So they had to learn how to wash her, cut her nails, clip her nails, comb her hair. That's a humbling experience. When men need to understand the concept of, it's good to be aggressive, but at certain moments, you gotta learn how to be assertive as well. It's not always about who you can whoop up, and how about how to apologize, how to reflect, how to understand, how to ask for help, how to exhale, how to walk away. Men have big trouble with doing that, and men have this misconception because we get these mantras that we heard growing up. Oh, if it don't hurt you, it make you stronger. And you got to be this way as a man, and all this. That don't get you anywhere. That help you, and that's one side of the coin. See, you are good when a hostile situation But how about when your significant other is crying, when she need some help, when she need a Tempur-Pedic mattress, when she needs you to understand, when she needs your presence, you don't know what to do then? How about when your kid who can't sleep and having nightmares, that's a girl, how about then? What you gonna tell her? Toughen up, you got this. Right, go sit down, big bro. That's not reality. Men gotta understand, we always been put in this disciplinary position for so long. You gotta get out of that, big bro. Gotta get out of that. All of that pushing us in this area and making sure this and making sure that. How about you make sure you can identify your emotions? How about you identify your spiritual base? Because you want your girl to submit to you, but you're not submitting to nobody. She's going to submit to what you're going to submit to, your higher power, and she'll submit to that as well. That's where provision comes into play. But we forget that point. We focus on because we bought this, we own this, we run that. But you don't understand conflict resolution. You don't know how to deal with the fact that you lost your job, or they cut your hours, or you may not feeling at the best that you are. You don't want to open up to your significant other, even though you guys share accounts, share last names, share a house. She know the performance part of you. She know the Batman. She don't know the Bruce Banner. No, hold on. Nah, Batman is what? Bruce Wayne, right? Yeah, she don't know the Bruce Wayne. She know the Incredible Hulk, but she don't know the Bruce Banner. Let's talk about it. We have an issue with us as men, don't know how to be in that limb. Being that limb is not being soft. Being that limb is aiding, assisting in the other area. The emotional security, that's what it's about. When a female feels secure and she feels safe, she has no problem with being submissive. You ever think about that, big bro? You ever think about that? She won't have no problem. And jobs. Let me tell you a quick scenario. Story time, we here for it. So it was a guy who had a situation where he was leaving the gym. He had his son out there. A guy walked up to him and said, "Hey bro, somebody's trying to hurt me." So immediately the guy, the owner of the gym, grabbed his firearm. He grabbed his firearm, and after he ducked cover and he was waiting on him to come around, you can see the guy who came up with this storyline walked away. Now he's walking into the direction of these people that he said was trying to harm him. Now he pinpointed everything, and he was calm, cool, and collective. He put it two and two together. They were trying to set him up because he had a new car with nice rims, pretty expensive Denali truck. Now, good thing, he was poised as a lamb, but he's ready to attack like a lion. Now, mind you, if he would allowed his emotions to get the best of him, he would have harmed that young man. Now, mind you, had his son with him. So now he has to deal with lawyer fees, somebody's life being compromised, him being incarcerated, his son being traumatized, all because of what? His emotions. Prisons are filled up, hospitals are filled up, graveyards are filled up from our emotional spasm. We have these moments where we feel entitled, or that things shouldn't happen to us because we feel as though, based on our accolades, based on our academics, based on how perceived we are in life or in our own head, things shouldn't go wrong. And then when they go wrong, we react. So you letting a temporary emotion cause a permanent problem in your life. Big bro, that's not healthy. That's unhealthy. Back then, your parents who groomed you and trained you, they grew up off of flight or fight response. They grew up with fight or flight response. That was what they taught. So all they taught you how to do is to react. They didn't teach you how to respond. They didn't teach you how to reflect. So you didn't have that. So you thinking, big bro, you becoming a father that they wasn't. You think you becoming the father that you desired though, but you becoming a father that raised you. No matter what your accolades is, no matter how esteemed that you are in life, big bro, you still failing. Why? Because you're not getting no spiritual help. You're not relying on God. You're not getting no type of counsel. You're not getting no parenting class. We have our ego is so high where we are in the worst situation, but we gonna survive. We gonna do it on our own. Big bro, that don't help. It's not constructive. We gotta balance out both sides. You need that. Your family needs that. Your mom, your girlfriend, your wife, your daughter, your niece. they gonna need that. It's okay with having a balance. It's okay with talking things out. These days and times, we have so many avenues where we can get the help that we need, because all of this anger that we having is gonna give us hypertension. Over time, it's gonna cause us to be excessive in something, whether it comes to the gym, comfort eating, excessive drugs, and now you're compromising your life with somebody else's. Because you're at a bad place. But you never talked about what happened in 98, 99, 2000, 2001. You never really had a moment where you cried and you let yourself out. Trust me, as men, we gotta do that. I do that. Currently. We gotta learn to get that stuff out, because we always want to show off how tough, our accolades, how big our car is, and how much money we get. But how about you work on that intergenerational curse, that trauma that you're dealing with? Because it's really transporting all through your life. You dealing with what your mom, what your dad dealt with. And you just walk around here, might have got to keep going. No, you don't. You're going to keep driving. You're going to keep hitting the gas without the brakes. What's going to happen? A car accident. And guess what? You don't got no insurance. We only get one life. Men don't see the severity of how important it is to you don't have to walk around with a clenched fist all the time, big bro. You don't have to walk around thinking everybody trying to attack you and harm you. You just need to understand what discernment is. See, discernment and paranoia are two different things. See, discernment is, all the bread's bad because it's molded. You can smell it. You can tell by the touch, the expiration date. Paranoia is, I'll never eat bread again. Bread is bad for you. My bad experience with bread. Now you're going to do a podcast. Now you're going to do a video. Now you're going to write an ebook. Now you're telling everybody else, don't ever eat bread. That's paranoia. So when you see people that put up videos or messages about a girl, or don't ever do this, don't ever do that, don't ever do this, you're broken, big bro. You're broken. Your heart hurts right now. You haven't felt it in a long time. You walk around here like an iRobot. And you wondering, like, all that toughness is, them cortisone levels is okay in the gym. It's okay at work when you have to do things. But carrying that throughout the day, what do you think that's going to cause? What you think that's going to cause you, big bro? You better get that help before it's too late. I'm telling you, I was a victim of that. I let my pride, my anger, I walked around here, but I wasn't really defensive. I was hurt. I was broken. I didn't have boundaries. I didn't have principles. I didn't have God in my life. I ran from responsibilities. I was codependent. I was self-reliant on my own self, because everybody was around me when I, in my younger years, did me wrong, neglected me, left me out in the cold without a blanket. So I figured, I can't trust nobody. I can't trust nobody. But in life, in order for us to grow, we go through relationships, right? We go through relationships, right? That's something that we have to process and understand. It's so much of things that we run away from that we think is stopping us, but you stopping you. Your anger is stopping you. That pain is stopping you. You don't see how much you're bleeding on people who didn't cut you. You need to understand it's okay, big bro. When we talk to our kids, our nieces, our nephews, we use the baby voice, all right? We got inner child in us that need that attention, that need that nurturing, that need that. It's okay. It's okay to fail. It's okay to need help. It's okay to can't figure it out. It's okay to lean on other people. I gotta take care of myself. And you see how far you got with that. You see the results, right? Dealing with yourself, learning from yourself. So you are your go-to person. You your only wise counsel. You your only help. And you wonder why you have back issues. Message: you got back issues. You got gout. You got diabetes, hypertension. From what? Depending on yourself. You don't want to go to the doctor. Why? Because you don't want to submit it and say you need help. What do you think the doctors are here for? What do you think mechanics are here for? What do you think plumbers are specialized in? We all need help in different areas. We don't have to talk about it to the world. But you need to, if you love who you say you love, if you care about yourself the way you care about yourself, that weed ain't gonna get you there. That drinking ain't gonna get you there. That pill popping not gonna get you there. None of that stuff. Y'all think putting on subliminal posters talking about women? Side note, there was a guy that came to my gym that was talking about females who degrade themselves. Big bro, you can't talk about women in a degraded fashion and go to strip clubs. You go to strip clubs where they're being glorified at. That don't add up. You can't talk about women that has OnlyFans and people that you follow promote that. They have dress. They do everything and more. Conflicting values. You can't talk about how loyal you are and about your principles, and you follow people on social media that do things that's against your values, that do things against your principles, that do things against your belief system, your culture base. That don't add up. Just because it's popular don't make it okay. No substance though, but a lot of you guys want to promote so much of who you are, but you're not. Because your actions don't show it. You so tough on social media. You so tough in the gym. You so tough in the neighborhood, but you're not tough enough to get no help. You're not tough enough to make amends. You're not tough enough to learn to forgive. You're not tough enough to build people up that was broken just like you. You're not tough enough to admit that, man, I was stupid at 1.2. I was misled at 1.2. I was manipulated at one point. I was naive at one point. You're not tough enough to realize that? You want to fight so much. You want to grab a blicky. How about you do that against your pride? Just focus on eradicating your pride, that ego of yours. Because that wall you putting up is suffocating you, big bro. You right now, your morals, your lifestyle is on life support. You don't see that? This is why you can't sleep. This is why you have a loss of appetite. This is why you have to go to clubs here and there. This is why you are jumping in everybody's DMs. You're looking for what? For peace? But you don't want to call it peace. You're just trying to have fun. No serenity though. None. Y'all men have everything else that y'all promote. That sounds good, but it's not healthy. You guys are dealing with things that really hurt you. But you know what you guys doing? But it feels good. You don't rap about principles. It's all about what feels good. Them pills is destroying your liver, your kidneys. The friends you have in your life are abusing you. You start out as a grape, you're going to end up as a raisin. Because why? Because you don't want to let them go. And that family of yours, woo, they doing you the worst. But you want to call yourself, I'm loyal. Just say you're stupid. We confuse loyalty with stupidity, but we don't want to talk about that. Big bro, I'm saying it's serious out here. I'll jump on this social media, and once again, everything I'm talking about, I experienced. I was on both sides of the fence. I needed help. I got help. I got right. God, I acknowledge God, not the universe, not no crystal, not no rock. God, who woke me up this morning. God, who been helping me day in and day out, and make sure I eat. That make sure I'm in a better space, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. God, yeah, that part. Whatever you want to call them, God, Allah, Yahweh. We all say we biblical in your bios. Biblical this, biblical that. But in the comment section, it's the complete other. It's the complete opposite. There is nothing. You guys are biblical, salt of the earth when you in church. But outside of church, the synagogue, the temples, y'all not talking about godly stuff because you just want to appease everybody else. You want to make everybody else feel good. But then when something amazing happens, y'all want to thank God. When you win a fight, I want to thank God. When you get some money, you want to thank God. But how about thanking God in general? You have to wait till you pass the storm to thank God, to acknowledge Him. If you made it back from wherever you went to, you got in the car and made it back, that's an underrated blessing. You should be thanking God. If you're breathing on your own, you should be thanking God. See, we only thank God when something big happened to us, but we don't see the fact that somebody went through the same situation you went through and they're not here no more, or they're incapacitated, or they're in a coma. We don't see that. We don't reflect on those moments. It's always, you hear about somebody that lost their life and you're like, man, that's sad he lost their life. But you was their friend. You want to come to their funeral, even though you ain't talked to them in 10 years. Imagine they say 10 blocks from them. Imagine you have their number. You could even throw them a text. Everybody want to come to these funerals and jump on these caskets. Man, he a real one. She a real one. I can't believe. Yeah, you can. You saw them all the time on social media. You could have been encouraging, uplifting, spiritual in their DMs, in their texts, in their call. But you know what you calling them out? Going out for Mimosa Tuesdays, going to the gym, going to the club, watching the Super Bowl, partying, wilding out, going shopping. Y'all doing everything else though, but getting your health right, but getting your time right, getting your relationship right, getting your goals right, getting your credit right. We got energy for everything else though. But no, your mental health, you're going to ignore that. That diabetes, you're going to ignore that. That gout, you're going to ignore that. Your eating habits, you want to ignore that too? You going to keep ignoring that? Your bad parenting skills, you won't ignore that. The fact that you making minimum wage and you in your 50s, you won't ignore that. The fact that you don't know how to say no, you gonna ignore that, big bro? The fact that you keep going in and out of jail, why, I don't know. You keep hanging around people that continue to set you up and send you off. And they, as soon as you get jammed up, free the bro. What? The judge is gonna look, oh, Kevin just said free the bro, so I'm just gonna let him out. Who be telling y'all this stuff and y'all be putting this stuff out here? Free bro, he a real one, he this, he that. You know what you could have told him? Don't do it, bro. He got that switch from you. He was hiding at your house. He was driving your car. You don't want to talk about that? Everybody at these funerals, y'all be putting out so many lies about rest in peace. You don't believe in God. If you mean to tell me a person who don't believe in God that's doing everything else to hurt God's feelings and make him feel less in value, God gonna pick a flower and put him in his garden? Who be teaching y'all this? These pastors be lying. You know, I got to vent real quick. They be on these funeral. Oh, he took him. He's going to nuke the flower in the garden. Yada, 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 yada. He's lying and y'all bogus. The first row, second row, all y'all bogus. Y'all not mad because that kid gone. You know what y'all mad about? Because you ain't going to be able to pay rent no more. That you don't got the money for that car no more. But you don't want to talk about that, right? Right? Everybody say, I can't believe somebody lost their life. You ain't been keeping up with them. You know you're keeping up with all these celebrities, though. But the people who helped you get on your feet, make sure you didn't get evicted, help you get your car, help you move into your house, came to your baby shower, came to your birthday party, celebrated your victories, shared your videos, promoted your movement. Them celebrities not doing that, but you know what y'all obsessed over? Everybody else that's popular. But the ones that helped, that got you out of jail, that one that got you on your feet, that got your hair done, got your hair cut, the ones that have been praying over you, you don't acknowledge them though, right? Because you can't get no views from them, right? Right? Oh, okay. This talking to you. Big business.